If you're serious about lifting weights, the time of day you train could make or break your results. But is morning really better than night, or is it just one of those fitness myths that refuses to die? Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss tips that maximize your training. Today I'm breaking down the science, the pros and cons, and the lifestyle factors to finally answer the big question. What's the best time to lift weights? Morning or night? We've all seen it. Some people swear by their 5 a.m. workouts. They're at the gym before sunrise, coffee in hand, saying it's the only way to stay consistent. On the other side, you've got the evening warriors, hitting the gym after work, when the body feels warmed up and strong. The debate has been going on for years, and for good reason. The time you train can influence your hormones, your performance, your recovery, and most importantly, your ability to stay consistent. In this video, we'll compare morning training and night training head-to-head. By the end, you'll not only know what the science says, but you'll know how to apply it to your own life so you can get the best results possible. Morning training benefits. Let's start with the early birds. Morning training definitely has its perks, and one of the biggest is hormones. Testosterone, the muscle-building hormone, tends to be higher in the morning. Now, that doesn't mean you're instantly building more muscle just by showing up early, but it does mean your body is naturally primed for strength and muscle recovery. Another huge advantage? Consistency. Life gets busy. Work, school, kids, random emergencies, you name it. When you get your workout done in the morning, nothing can knock you off track later in the day. That's why a lot of people who struggle to stick with a program find mornings to be their secret weapon. There's also the metabolism factor. Training in the morning revs up your metabolism and sets the tone for the day. You're more likely to make healthier food choices after starting your day with a workout, and you'll burn more calories throughout the morning simply by being active earlier. And let's not forget the mental edge. Knocking out your session first thing gives you a sense of accomplishment before most people have even had their coffee. That mental win can carry over into your work, your school, or whatever else you have planned. Of course, it's not all sunshine and gains. One of the downsides of morning training is that your body is colder and stiffer after sleeping all night. You'll probably need a longer warm-up to loosen up and avoid injury. Plus, not everyone wakes up feeling energized. If you're dragging yourself half asleep to the gym, you might not hit the same performance levels you would later in the day. Night training benefits. Now let's flip to the night owls. Evening training has its own set of advantages, and in some ways, they're the exact opposite of mornings. First, performance. Your body temperature is naturally higher in the late afternoon and evening, which means your muscles are looser, your joints are more mobile, and your nervous system is firing at a higher level. This translates into more strength, more power, and even more endurance. In fact, studies show most people can lift heavier weights and complete more reps at night compared to the morning. Second, you've had more fuel. By evening, you've eaten several meals, which means your glycogen stores, your muscle's energy tank, are topped off. That's going to support better training sessions, especially for heavy lifting or high-intensity workouts. Third, working out at night can double as stress relief. After a long, stressful day, lifting weights is one of the best ways to blow off steam. It clears your head, boosts your mood, and helps you leave work at the gym instead of carrying it home. And let's not forget the social factor. Gyms are usually busier at night, which can be motivating if you thrive on energy and community. The drawbacks? Crowds can be annoying. If you've ever tried to bench press at 6 p.m. only to wait 20 minutes for a bench to open up, you know what I'm talking about. And while many people sleep just fine after training, some do find that a late workout leaves them wired and makes it harder to wind down. So, if you're someone who struggles with sleep, evening workouts might not be your best bet. What the science says. So what does the research actually say? It's interesting. Studies consistently show that strength, power, and endurance all tend to peak in the late afternoon or early evening. That's when your body temperature, reaction time, and energy levels line up for maximum performance. But here's the catch. People who consistently train in the morning often adapt to it. Their bodies adjust, and after a few weeks, they perform just as well as evening lifters. So while science may lean slightly in favor of night training, the bigger picture is about consistency. A perfectly designed workout at the wrong time of day is useless if you can't stick to it. Personalization and lifestyle. This is where you come in. If you work a demanding job, have kids, or just know that evenings get chaotic, mornings are probably going to be your golden ticket. On the other hand, if you want to push the heaviest weights possible and you love training when your body feels fully awake, evenings are going to be hard to beat. The truth is, the best time to lift is the time you can do it consistently, whether that's sunrise, lunch break, or after dinner. What matters most is showing up and putting in the work. If you're unsure, here's a simple experiment. Try mornings for 2 to 3 weeks, then switch to evenings for 2 to 3 weeks. Pay attention to your strength, your energy, and your recovery. You'll quickly figure out which one feels better for you. So let's recap. Mornings give you a hormonal edge, more consistency, and a strong mental start. Evenings give you peak strength, more fuel, and stress relief. Science leans toward night training for raw performance, but consistency beats everything. Remember, the best time to lift isn't morning or night. It's the time that you can stick with for months and years, because that's where the real progress happens. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit the like button and drop a comment below. Do you prefer training in the morning or at night? I'd love to hear your experience. And of course, subscribe for more science-backed fitness strategies. In the next video, I'll break down how many rest days you really need for muscle growth. And I promise the answer will surprise you.